Hey there, I've got my sketchbook haul coming in. I get it every month, and it's a pick your own kind of thing, and it's a pretty good discount. So I got these in. I just got home. I've been traveling for a while, well, maybe like a week, and so I just opened these now, and I might be a little bit stuffy because I just came back and might have picked up a little dog show crud. But anyway, I thought I would go and open all these things and take a peek at them and maybe do a little swatching here or there. So the first thing I got was this new Caran d'Ache brush tip water reservoir thing, and I had the fiber tip before and I didn't really like it. And so I was excited when this one came up because it has this really cool water reservoir that it's like you can like pull it up to like inject the water, or suck it up like a syringe, I should say, and then release the water here. So I think this one is going to be one of the nicer travel brushes. So I'm excited to give that a try, and it's by Caran d'Ache. They have 3 different kinds or 3 sizes. The brush one, I wouldn't recommend the fiber tip one, but if you like that sort of brush, you know, feel free. I think I don't even have it out anymore just because the travel watercolor, the tiny little book that I was using for the mini paintings, it just did something weird with the paper, and maybe it was just too like stiff and rough, and I think it started to like scratch up the paper too much, and I've never had a brush do that before, so I'll try this one. And then I like these ink pens from the Sketchbook brand. So they came in a different color, and I was able to get green. And I really like the black one, which is this, and it's a similar type of deal, I think. This is water-based ink though. And it says it's water-based ink is blendable. That other ink is permanent. But this one, it looks like it could be a fun thing to try. And they always come with this little band here, and that just keeps it from puncturing while it's in transit and then getting everywhere. So the stuff always comes really well. There, I think that just did it. It comes really well supplied, so or not supplied, padded. And then I like Yasutomo products and paint, so I thought I would try their ink. I've been learning to do more like Sumi style stuff just for fun. And then this this Pigma Micron brush tip. So the regular pens are like a hard plastic kind of point, and I've really enjoyed trying the other kind that they have now, and the brush tip sounds really interesting because I really do like my Pigma, or Pigma pens, Sakura Pigma. And I tried one of these gouache types. It's a different brand that they've been carrying it, and I thought I would give that a try. I don't know how to say that. It sounds like it's Finnish or something, but it looks like it would be a good one. And then I got a brush I hope to use for gouache. It's the Princeton wash, 1/2-inch wash, but this seems like it'll be a nice gouache brush. I saw this Sketchbox like little carry pouch, and I thought it looked pretty. You can't have too many tiny pouches to carry stuff in, so it looks like a good one. And I'll probably fill that up and carry it around with me with tiny supplies, because that's my thing right now. Give this watercolor paper. It's Rembrandt. It's a pretty good option. I've heard good reviews. 100% cotton by Real Talons, which this sketchbook here is, but I didn't get this from Sketchbox. I just have this one. I was going to try some of the gouache on because I like the paper. So this is watercolor paper, 300 grams, 140-pound cold press, 10 sheets. It's not It's only attached on one side with the glue, but it will be nice, just a nice portable size for little tiny things and letting you test stuff out. So I will be giving that one a test. And then I like this. I've seen this a lot. I have some Kuretake paint. I don't really have a way to carry it with me, but I like the Japanese art supplies a lot of the time. So that one got a little bit shattered, but that's not going to impair any of the functionality at all. So we'll give it, and it'll probably seal back up just fine. Once I get it wet, it'll stick in there. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, these are, I like the Kuretake paints. They're not quite gouache, not quite watercolor. They're just a different style of paint. But it works, it's water-based. It works the same way or similar. Let's see, what color would this one be? Who knows? I'll put it in there. And then I was excited to get this little Copic set. I don't use markers a whole lot, but I've been getting more interested in using them, and these are perfect Shiba colors. So I'm always enjoying Shiba colored supplies because I do like to draw the Shibas. So I will get some of this ready and get my little book out. And just some sketches that I did, and I will start scribbling in this and see what it does. I need to clean off my desk because it is getting crowded. So hold on just a second. There we go. Okay, so Copics are always so good. When you get them in a set and it's part of it, I just can't say no when they have sets of these, because it's a really good value. Because usually they're like up to $8 per pen, which is nuts. Polo, what? Did you lose something? Polo's over here looking for his ball. That's his favorite thing. Oh yeah, perfect Shiba colors. I'm not a huge marker person, but I've been getting a little bit more interested in it for just portability. Oh yeah, these are excellent Shiba colors. And kind of Southwest colors, landscape colors too. So I was, excuse me, I was traveling to Colorado from Washington, and we crossed quite a bit of Southwest landscape, and I did some sketches, and I'll show those off later. But these were a lot of the colors that we saw. Lots of browns, but it was spring in the desert, or I guess it's high desert. It was spring, and there were some really beautiful sections through the states. Utah especially was really pretty, the part that we drove through, and there was a lot of flowers that were blooming that I don't see here in Washington, and just some really interesting stuff. So I'm gonna start. I did some paintings of those, and I'll give that a viewing later on. I'll give this thing a try. You gotta squeeze it and get the ink down. There it goes. There it goes. So my impression with this is that you can put it down and then maybe dip it in water and make it spread out, or use a water brush to do that, and then it will give you some watercolor effects. Okay, let's see if it's a kind of like a viridian color. That'll be interesting. There. I like this paper. It's really smooth. It's good for markers. It's kind of cool. It's different. I'll give it a try. Try something with it someday. Okay, I'll put that back. And I'm gonna try these Kuretake paints. And I think I might use these in my portable kit that I carry with me to work. This is probably a little bit too big to do. It's a pretty blue. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna use this water brush. It's the right size. Just get it a little bit here. Yeah, that's better size. I need to use my water brushes more, but a lot of times I don't really like them, but I think the Caran d'Ache brand is a lot better and more durable in general, so that might give me a little more mileage. There's a little black. Yeah, the Kuretake paints are Japanese style meant for sumi, calligraphy, those tidal wave, the Great Wave kind of art. And I'm sure they have origins elsewhere too, Chinese, whatever. They're kind of a cool, there's a cool history there. And that's a nice shade of color too. It was picking up that little fragment. Get down in there. So I don't know what the binder is. I don't know any of that. That's a really pretty color. I could do a nice little mixed media thing with these, I think. I don't want to do the injector part where I drop the water. The water that I have here right now has some other color in it, some ink, and I don't want to get that in the reservoir because it will mess up the colors. But I like that the big pans that the Kuretake, the Gansai Tambi paints have, because they can dry a little bit shiny and a little bit creamy, and I like that. It's just a different effect that I get from traditional watercolor. But these definitely could be used like a regular traditional watercolor. Definitely. That one's kind of a pearlescent, I guess. Polo's having an existential crisis because his ball has rolled under a piece of furniture. That's kind of the same color as this. Huh, okay, cool. And yellow. I don't usually like yellow for stuff, but it's just not something that I reach for a lot of the times. I guess I like my things a little bit more moody. Okay. Cool. Let me see if I can push this back down in here. Now that's a little bit gummy. Oh look, there's a Shiba hair on it already. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I just made it worse. I'm gonna leave it. Yep, I got paint all over my finger. Okay. So these are the colors. All right. Black, cadmium orange. Let's see, yeah. No, wait. It goes this way. Okay. Black, yellow ochre, turquoise blue, indigo, malachite, that's cool. Cad orange, don't lick the paintbrush. Indian red, olive green, carmine, white gold. Let's see, does it sparkle? It sparkles a little bit. It's kind of hard to see on this paper though, because it's still wet. Forest green and cad yellow. That'll be okay for a little travel thing here. Not bad at all. And then, oh, the gouache. I don't really have anything to do with this big ink bottle. I'll get some calligraphy stuff later and play around with that. Okay, let me see. Oh, it's a little bit separated. Oh, you can see the binder. I've been doing a lot more with gouache. I really like it. Ooh, it's creamy, and this paper is great for it. This is a nice brush too. I don't... I still have my brushes from high school watercolor class. And they still are just fine. But there's a couple of wash brushes, and those ones have gotten a little bit beat up. So I like to I repurposed them for gouache. They're perfect for the gouache. That's pretty. Okay. They give you a lot too. Huh, okay. Plaque at fur wet. Okay. Designer temper fur. Designer gouache. It's gouache. Whatever brand it is. Oh no. No, I just got water everywhere. Bound to happen. Okay. This is some of the sketch gouache that I got a while ago. I'm gonna try. It's a pretty color. It's pretty. Might be depleted. Oh, it's still pretty creamy. Wow. This one is really thick. So I think it just depends on the application. Ooh, that's a pretty color. I do prefer gouache in its non-dried form. This was a fun tutorial. It was like a dragonfly, and that's the crimson. And then there was a pink. Let's see. This was coral, which I think is really pretty. I've emailed them before to be like, hey, I know this is your like signature set, but are you going to be making any more colors, or is there a way that I could buy like the complete set of it? And they just do like limited amounts at a time apparently. So this one's really thick. Oh yeah. It kind of smells plasticky in a little bit, but that's okay. Ooh, it's really pretty and creamy too. Yeah. Lay it on thick. Cool. Yeah, I like it. I like this paper for gouache. And then I'll try this one. It is peacock green. Yeah, I can't resist the paint that says peacock green. This is a nice brush too. It holds a lot of paint. Sorry, the tripod wobbles a little bit. It's because I have my water bucket sitting on it to help counterbalance it so it doesn't tip over because my phone is heavy. All right. Ooh, those are pretty colors. Yeah, that's really pretty. Ooh, this is a great brush for lots of coverage too. Cool. All right. Alrighty, well, I'll noodle around with this and see if I can actually make something out of it. I did get a couple of other supplies that I'll be showing off in later videos to add to my collection. That's it for now. Thank you. Bye.